Have you tried the pickle with
No.
pickle with the wrap and the sauce and the crisps?
Is it good? I haven't tried the crisp one.
Oh my God,
I'd
it's
like
so
to.
good.
I mean, I don't know if I should try the crisp one because I don't want to die. I'm trying to get my fucking willy wet in Venice, bro. Because obviously there's water everywhere and you might fall into the water. That's what I mean.
Yeah, of course.
To experience different things, whether they're good or bad.
Concerts.
Travel, whatever. I think those experiences are so important because they mold you into the person you are when you get older. No. Oh, like nearly pinching it like that. Oh, no. That's horrendous.
I love that.
And don't put your finger in their bum because you'll get pooey nails.
I just think if you're that annoyed by someone, just don't hang around with them. It's that simple.
Yeah, I think life is too...
I can keep a secret.
Welcome to the Confessional podcast, episode 47. You have yours truly, Rick. We have the incredibly beautiful and amazingly talented, deliciously amazing person, Kimmi K, who is the co-host.
It's a bit much, that was.
No, it wasn't. That is you. I'm bigging you up here, Kimmi. And then, of course, we have the legendary Mickey D, pod producer, man. I'm going to chuck it out there right at the start this time because I feel like we always say at the end. Please do like, share, subscribe. And of course, if you'd like to see bonus content, click the link in bio, find our Patreon, go and sign up and get some juicy goss and see the behind the scenes because there's some really good stuff on there. Anyway, let's kick off the show.
Right. I just want to flag something.
Sure.
When you introduced Kimmi, you use so many adjectives and I get one. I mean, don't get me wrong, legendary, love
it. Legendary is probably number one though.
Yeah, I'm a legend in that I'm old as fuck compared to the rest of you. So
no, I'm pretty sure. Am I not older than you? I thought I was older than you.
No, Mike's pretty fucking old, mate.
Oh.
I'm older than I look, put it that way.
He's like 48.
Fuck you. look. Just because you don't have Johan anymore, don't start using your old material on me.
How old are you?
I am 42.
42.
42.
Yes.
Big 42, mate. That's still pretty old, though, isn't it?
Well,
Mikey, I feel sorry for you now.
No, not at all. Look, don't, because
I'm only joking. I'm not far off.
I don't feel any different, right? And my wife is approaching a milestone birthday this weekend.
Happy birthday, Mrs. Mikey.
I get milestone birthdays are probably a bigger deal for women, but she's like, no matter how many times I tell her, she doesn't look anywhere near her age.
I agree. I tend to agree with you. I would say, and I will generalize it, I would say females enjoy the milestone birthdays a lot more than males. Like, yeah, I would agree with you.
I couldn't think of anything worse. However, my friend, the one that really, really fancies you, Rick.
What a babe.
She's just turned 40 and she's done 40 things for her 40th birthday.
See, that's
so
cute.
She's gone skydiving. She's done all sorts. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
That is a banging idea.
Fucking expensive.
Yeah.
Can we appreciate how thick my legs are looking? They're looking pretty thick, aren't they?
It's a bit random, that though.
I know. I was just touching it, and I was like, I looked at my camera because normally I'm watching you two, obviously. And I looked at mine, and I was like, "Poof, those boys looking fucking thick."
Oh yeah.
So welcome to the ADHD pod.
Yes, yes. I apologise.
40 things for your 40th birthday. I fucking love that idea. I can't afford to do 40 things for my beloved because I've maxed my credit card out to go and do one thing.
But hopefully it's fun.
Oh, mate, yeah. We're going to Venice.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I love that. Good for you.
Yeah. So
that would be brilliant.
Her birthday's on Saturday. She finds out that day, and then we go the following Thursday.
You taking your kids?
No, fuck no.
Sick.
Fuck them bastards.
Like, no, mate. I'm trying to get my fucking willy wet in Venice, bro. Because obviously there's water everywhere and you might fall into the water. That's what
of course.
Love that. That's
rad.
cool.
So Rick, come on. How's your week been?
My week has been fucking hell, mate. It's been chaos in my house, bro. So what happened? So obviously Rupert was like a little bit poorly last week, and then Friday my sister basically got like, I think it's her first time having like the real flu, not like a cold, but like real flu, mate. Like it knocked her for fucking sick. She was in bed for 4 days straight, bless her. Like she was really suffering. So kind of obviously we were looking after her, and then 3 days ago, my middle son Arlo randomly out of nowhere just went, I feel a bit sick. And to cut a very long story short, the time we went to Disneyland, he got travel sick and he vomited in his lap on the way because we drove to Paris. And since then, he's been quite paranoid of being sick. And I get it, because it was the first time, really, he'd been sick. So anyway, he was, I feel a bit sick. And we were both like, you'll be all right, mate. Like, if you're going to be sick, just go to the toilet. Like, you'll be fine. And he was like, no. Brr, mate, fucking just vomited,
no.
like a lot. Like a lot. Not like just a little bit, enough to be like, oh, fucking hell, mate. Like, oh, my God. I mean, like, fuck me, bro. It was savage. Obviously, he's been off for 2 days. He goes back to school tomorrow. And then yesterday, I was at a business meeting with my new job until about 7:30. And I got a text message, and all it said was, Rupert's just projectile vomited over the dinner table, over all of our dinner, and a thumb. That's literally all it said.
No.
And I was like, I'm just going to slip off and make a quick phone call. So, yes, obviously I called, and yeah, she was like, fucking hell. She was like, literally, he's just projectile vomited. And she was like, it was literally like a cartoon, you know, where vomit just goes,
that's my
like,
worst nightmare.
yeah, honestly, yeah. So today I was working from home, and we had 2 boys at home, off school and nursery. So yeah, mate, it's just a bit of chaos. But Arlo goes back to school tomorrow. Rupert doesn't go to nursery Thursdays and Fridays anyway. So I'm hoping by Friday, normal life will resume. Hopefully.
Is it not the school holidays next week?
It is the school holidays next week, and I have a school
For 2
disco
weeks.
for Arlo on Friday. Saturday, I'm taking my sister to go and stay at her friends 100 miles away for 5 days, and then we've got loads of family coming to stay with us. So yeah, it's just going to be busy again. So yeah,
Money.
yeah, man.
Nice.
Sick.
Kimmy, what's been going on?
I had a much more chilled week. Weekend. I went to Ludlow in
Ludlow.
a gorgeous little cottage with a hot
looked
tub.
lovely.
It was amazing.
Did you go naked in the hot tub?
Yes, I did. You have to, don't you? I
Yes.
did. I went in my bikini in the first day.
Did your boobs float?
Yeah.
Jokes.
And then you don't want to get your wet stuff back on, do you? So you have to go in naked. So yeah, I went in naked the next day. But it's made me like hate my house now.
Oh no!
So I've
stop.
come home and I'm like, I need to be in the country. I need the countryside. I need to sit outside and have my coffee. That's what I need. So I'm on a mission.
Thing is, like, you wouldn't have to travel far from where you are without giving away your location, because there's some really, really nice countryside out there.
Yeah, there is.
You
So
could move closer to the southwest. So that'd be really fun, wouldn't it? We could all be besties in the country.
Yeah.
So,
Kimmy, I've got a question.
Oh,
I sent
dirty.
you a message the other day, Kimmy, and I can't remember what I was badgering you to do, but you're like, I'll think about this later. I'm in the middle of dyeing my pubes.
Yeah.
She can. Right, I'm gonna jump in here, and I'm gonna jump. So apologies to take over. Did you see her dressed as Velma? I now have a thing for Velma.
Oh, mate, like I've seen so many cosplay influencers doing the sexy Velma thing. My
Kimmy
God.
looked good, bro. Like, I was like, fuck it out. What? Like,
because Kimmy's got that build, because she's kind of compact and curvy. Like, I can imagine she probably nailed that.
You need to have a look at my Velma. I'm offended.
There is going to be a picture put on this of Kimmy as Velma. So if you're watching this, please do. Hopefully we're going to make this into a short. Mikey, the amazing editor, we're going to put a picture up of Kimmy dressed as Velma. You looked amazing. Like, and I'm not saying you don't look amazing, hence the fucking intro. Because
I looked very, very different.
But you rocked it, man. Like, because I didn't know, obviously, I had no idea what you're doing. I just knew that you dyed your pubes ginger.
So I didn't dye them for Velma. I dyed them because it's October, and I'm going to do this thing every month where I dye my pubes a different colour. I shape them into something to fit the theme of the month. Oh. So I'm missing out November because I haven't got time, because I've literally just been waxed. So in December, It's going to be a Christmas tree.
It's Movember. No, it's Movember. So you just have to have like a little mustache.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Of course, it's Movember. You have to.
I can just leave it orange and have a little orange mustache.
Yeah, a little ginger mustache on your front bum. Yes, yes, that's a joke.
So I went to my wax lady yesterday and she knew what I was going to do because I asked for advice, like, how do I change the colour of it and stuff? And she was like, just bleach it and then dye it. And I was like, okay, so that's what I did. Oh my God, bleaching that area is not recommended. I can just tell you that now because it was a bit sore. But yesterday I took my trousers and my pants down and I recorded my beautician's reaction. She just couldn't stop laughing.
I love that. Why do you have an orange pussy? That's fucking brilliant. That's very
And
good.
I'm not joking. When I say it's orange, it's not ginger, it's neon orange. It's so bright.
Make sure you subscribe to her OnlyFans if you want to see that, guys.
Yeah, go see it.
There's a cheeky plug for you.
I can't even remember what I was asking her to do, but she was like, "Oh, can't do it right now. I'm in the middle of doing this." And
I think you asked me to watch a video that you sent, and I was like, I can't watch that right now. I'm currently dyeing my pubes.
Yeah. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to ask. Save it for the pod.
Yeah, cool. Like, just to send a thumb back, because how else do you respond to that? Sweet. Okay. Well, good luck. Yeah. Yeah.
My gosh. Right. So, how do we fancy a trip to Urban Dictionary?
Yes. Prior to that question, sorry to jump in again. My brain is obviously all over the place. Did your stuntman, the legendary Bigfoot, was he Shaggy?
Yes.
Yes! I love that scene. That's actually amazing, and I apologise for interrupting you. I would
yes.
love the Urban
do you want me to just tell you the quick storyline?
Let's do it.
So I was looking for clues. My glasses fell off, and then I was looking for my glasses. I got stuck in the sofa, and Shaggy had to come and help me.
So Shaggy shagged you on the sofa. I like that.
Basically.
Very good. Very good. Well done. Right. Please continue with our podcast.
Okay, now, would either of you care to hazard a guess as to what the Adele might be?
Oh, the Adele.
Are we talking fat Adele or thin Adele?
Not really pertinent.
Okay.
It's just the Adele.
I don't even know.
I'm thinking it's something. Can I say mine?
Yeah, go for it. You might give me an idea.
Basically, you're either singing or talking or you're doing something. A male inserts their genitals into somebody's mouth. Could be male or female, obviously of legal age. And they have to try and hum a song. And you have to guess what song it is with your genitals in their mouth. That's what I think the Adele is.
I've played that game.
That's actually awesome. I like that. That's very fun.
I was about to say, it's not right, but what a concept for a game. Right. For an OnlyFans game show.
Yeah, literally, that would be incredible, wouldn't it? Right, put your penis in my mouth and I'll hum a song and you got to guess what it is. Yes, I think that's amazing. That's very good. Okay, that's it. Okay, Kimmi?
I don't know. The only thing I can think of is she's British, isn't she? She's got a very British typical accent. I think it's Talking Dirty and Adele accent. I don't know.
Okay, great guesses, but neither of you got close this time. The Adele, when you stick a finger in her coochie and the other in her asshole, and your fingers touch to the small wall between them, shouting out, "Hello from the other side!"
No. Oh, like nearly pinching it like that. Oh, no. That's horrendous.
I love that.
And don't put your finger in their bum because you'll get pooey nails. Wants pooey nails.
That's brilliant.
I saw that today and I thought that is a great way to kick off the pod.
That's brilliant.
There we go.
You can have a round of applause for that one.
There we go.
Well done. Was involved a fucking bumhole.
I would imagine if you're going in that way, you're probably fairly well sort of maintained and manicured. Yeah, you don't want to go in there.
You've never had a finger in your bumhole?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't recall.
You don't recall?
That's a Johan response. That's a Johan response. We go, I don't think so, bro.
Yeah, I don't recall. So let's move on. Huh? No, I don't recall. Like, not recently. No, I'm not saying fucking. Oh, it's off limits. I'm not. I don't want to be pegged, and I don't want a fucking I don't want a big 8-inch
Don't knock it till you've tried it.
meat cleaver up my bum. I'd try a
Meat
cheeky...
cleaver, is that a knife?
Yeah, it is, yeah. I'd try a cheeky digit, why not?
Why did you say a meat cleaver?
Well, no, I was just like trying to refer to something big and like aggressive.
Meaty.
Meaty, yeah. So maybe like a big old
Sausage.
Yeah, like big thick
Salami.
sausage. Yes, like a salami, like a big salami or pepperoni.
Like a massive.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got...
What was that? What? Oh, what?
No.
That was brilliant.
I've just remembered something that I meant to tell you in the sort of intro bit. So I'll do it now. My boy, my little one, he gets little hyperfixations where he'll get an idea in his head and he'll go off to one side and like he'll do loads of writing or loads of like drawing or colouring in on a particular thing. And yesterday he came to us to show us, I've made a list of all the words I'm not allowed to say. Let's see. At number 1, ass penis, spelt Peanus. Number 2, ass. 3, dick. 4, penis on its own. 5, fat. 6, stupid. 7, fat baby. 8, you are a baby. 9, ass hat. 10, ass bag. 11, fart bag. 12, fat. 13, cow. 14, git. 15, poo head. 16, fart. How studious to keep a running list of all the words or phrases that he shouldn't say, and most. I
wonder
of them
if he thought about them. He thought about them, and he was like, "No, I need to write that one in the book."
Yeah. He giggled every single time. He probably wrote one down as well.
Yeah.
Ass penis. I like that one. I'm gonna use that one.
I don't know where that came from.
Yes.
That's funny.
That. Would you like to hear some confessions?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Here we go.
Oh, can we just appreciate my hat, by the way? A fellow listener jumped into my DMs. Do you remember when I went, if anyone wants to send me an American football hat?
Oh, yeah.
So she
That's
sent me
cool.
this. Yeah, man. So she's Mexican, and she sent me 2 hats, which I'm a big fan of. So firstly, thank you very much. Secondly,
what a legend.
She sent me some Mexican sweets, FYI.
Oh, yes.
They will blow your head off. They're so spicy. I like spicy food, and I ate it, and initially I was like, it's nothing, mate. Fucking what's this? Oh, this is fucking light work. I reckon within 30 seconds I spat it out, and I was like, like, yeah, mate, it fucking rocked my world a little bit. So,
Have you tried the pickle with the
no.
the pickle with the wrap and the sauce and the crisps?
Is it good? I haven't tried the crisp one.
Oh my god, it's so good.
I mean, I don't know if I should try the crisp one because I don't want to die, but maybe we should do that on a podcast. That'd be quite fun.
It's so good.
Okay.
So good.
Well, we'll see.
It's the kind of food that you crave after.
But let's listen to this confession.
My best friend makes me cringe. I shouldn't think this, but I'll start off by telling you all of the great things that she does for me that I'm so grateful for. She's so generous. She buys me things. She drives me to fun places and drives me home from school every day. She lets me pick the music we listen to in the car and even lets me replay my favorite song. She gives me hugs when I'm sad and does hobbies with me, even though she isn't the best at it. Sometimes she will get on my nerves a little bit. Of course, I don't let it show. I have a light southern accent, and sometimes she will also do a southern accent, but she'll do it in a really badly and claim that it just slips out sometimes. And it feels embarrassing when we're in public and she starts talking to the employees using it. Whenever I'm sad or really happy about something, I'll text her about it, but she'll respond with 1 or 2 dry texts about it and then change the subject. Even though when she's sad or excited, I let her talk about it until she changes the subject herself. She sends a lot of pictures of herself and asks if I think that she's any skinnier. I always say yes and that she's beautiful, but I can't bring myself to tell her I don't see the difference. I feel like she talks too much about her... Oh, wow, this took a turn. I feel like she talks too much about her rape background. I think it's annoying because every day it's like, oh my God, I just saw this and today in the hallway and I almost wanted to slap him, and she would laugh. Or she'd be like, I hope so-and-so sees my new body and boyfriend so he would see how happy I am. And I'm so tired of hearing it and cheering her on about it. I wish she would just drop it and ignore him because he isn't in her life anymore. She has a new boyfriend that she keeps breaking up with. Feels like there's a lot going on here.
Oh, is that it? Is that finished?
No, there's still more. There's another paragraph.
Jesus
Hold on.
Christ.
Fucking hell. All right, keep going. Fuck it. Let's get into it.
I feel like she lies sometimes, like her telling me that she was a ballet dancer for 10 years, but there's no evidence for that. And one time she was cuddling with her boyfriend, and her boyfriend was saying that she says that she wasn't in the mood. So I tapped her shoulder to tell her that she started breathing heavily. She told me that I sent her into a PTSD thing. I don't know how I could have triggered because I'd only tapped her on the shoulder. It just made me feel kind of guilty, and it also felt like she was faking, but I didn't say anything just in case. Anyway, I know this is a long one. I just really needed to vent about it.
Okay.
And that you have done.
That you have done. Firstly, I don't think the thing that you thought was a typo was a typo. I think that was meant to be there. It sounds like, and hey, I'm not taking away if that has happened. I'm not taking away from that because that's very, very severe and that's very, very brutal to you and your mental health and to your well-being, and obviously it shouldn't be done, and whoever did that should obviously be punished accordingly to the full extent of the law. However, it sounds like this person who sent in the confession nearly doesn't believe their friend's story. Now all they do is they kind of make that their whole personality, and if something happens, that's how they revert kind of whatever's happened back to them. So by like tapping them on the shoulder and giving them PTSD, like, you know, shit like that.
Without wanting to sort of
Downplay.
downplay it or diminish the experience, it sounds like this person's looking to you for a lot of validation by like, oh, how do I look, and wanting to tell you about these things. Maybe that sort of speaks to like an underlying sort of insecurity or
Well, of course it does. Immediately.
like lack of confidence,
Well,
or that feeling that a lot of people have of them not being enough, so they feel they need to put all this stuff out there.
I just think if you're that annoyed by someone, just don't hang around with them. It's that simple.
Yeah, I think life is too precious to be down because of somebody else. Like,
yeah, I think it's a bit shit as well that other person's obviously trying to be friendly and stuff by taking you here, there, and everywhere and doing all this other nice stuff that they mentioned, and then she's asking for advice on how she looks, and she's just a bit like, I don't want to tell her. It's like, I think that's not really fair.
Yeah, I mean, in a short message, that sounds a little harsh, but if it's all the time,
yeah.
And like I know people like this. I've come across people like this who are so persistent in validation and things like that. And it does get very tiresome very, very quickly. But I mean, like, my patience is smaller than my thumbnail, so I get very. I would be brutally honest very, very quickly. They'd be like, "Oh, do I look like I lost weight?" I'm like, "No, mate. It was 2 days ago. You've done nothing. No. Maybe if you wear black, it will make you look slimmer. Maybe. Or maybe if you wear a different cut of cloth and clothes and whatever, that will make your figure look different, but you don't. So stop asking me. Unless you.
Yeah, I mean, like, you look great, but you don't look any different. You look great 2 days ago. You look great now.
Yeah, I think that's better than lying anyway.
Yeah, I think for the person who's venting, you know, it's healthy, isn't it? It's healthy to kind of get things off your chest and speak to complete strangers who you don't know, and we're just sat here having a general conversation about it. I think from your perspective, so from the person who sent it in, as grateful as you are to this person who's kind of driving you around and buying you things and stuff like that, which is very lovely of them. Maybe you should just have a very honest word with them. Be like, hey, look, this is how I'm feeling. Please take my feelings into consideration here, because apparently for however long we've been friends, you have never. And see how they take it, you know. And if they go, well, you know what, fuck you, blah, 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 then you'll know immediately that maybe it is time to kind of part ways and blossom on your own. But thanks for sending it in. That's nice of you.
Number 2, my best friend and I hooked up once when we were both 16, and I ended up getting pregnant. We never told anyone about the hookup, let alone that I was pregnant. I was so scared, I ended up getting an abortion without ever telling anyone but him. My friend has now passed away from his addiction, and my heart is broken, and I miss him every day. I wonder if I did the right thing, that maybe if I'd had the baby, things could have been different. I've got so much guilt. Just to clarify, this had nothing to do with his addiction, and we didn't just dive into it. I never thought it did. Sometimes I just wonder if it would have kept him away from all the things that led to his addiction. Just part of my grieving, and I needed to get it off my chest.
Well, firstly, I appreciate you getting it off your chest. Secondly, it's definitely not your fault, and you have absolute zero guilt to feel. Thirdly, this is again just my opinion, and Kimmi, please give your opinion afterwards. Having a child at the age of 16, you're still a child. So would it have been better for you? 99.9% positive that it would not have been better for you. That's just my opinion. I think children who have children, I don't think you should be allowed. Like, I actually don't think you should legally be allowed to have a child under the age of 18. 16 years old. Like, my sister's 16 in a couple of months. And fucking hell, mate. Like, God forbid that she has a child at 16. Like, nah. I don't think you need to feel guilt. I'm sorry that obviously your friend's passed. That sucks. Like, that really sucks. Obviously, you're going through a grieving process, but I think you have zero need to feel guilt. I don't think it's relevant that you tell people that you had an abortion at the age of 16. Obviously, on here, it's fine because we don't know who you are, but I don't think you need to tell kind of close ones and loved ones, because they'll probably say things like, oh, well, you should have had it and we would have helped out, when realistically, would they have? When push comes to shove, you don't know. Like, people can say shoulda, woulda, coulda, but when it actually comes down to the fucking crunch, a lot of people aren't there for you, man. So I think you made the right decision there. That's just my opinion. Kimmi, go nuts.
I agree. So everything happens for a reason. I think at that moment in time, you did exactly the right thing, what you needed to do. Like you said, they were both 16. I don't think it wouldn't have changed anything either. They probably would have not still been friends. That's probably what would have happened. And things would have happened anyway. Like, if he had an addiction, a baby's not gonna change that. So yeah, don't live in the past. Just focus on the future. What's happened. You had a great friendship. Just remember all the good times. Yeah, what an awful situation to be in. But yeah, thank you for sharing that with us. The child thing. So I was 17 when I got pregnant with my daughter. I had her when I was 18. She's 18 now, and I would be absolutely devastated if she was pregnant tomorrow. I'd be gutted, because I wish I'd have waited and had a life before I had kids, because my entire life has been children. Obviously, I don't regret her at all. I'm not saying that in any way. But yeah, I agree. Like, having a child when you're still a child it's hard.
Yeah,
it's hard.
I know a couple of mums that were very young, 16, 17, 18, and they all say the exact same as you. They say, obviously, I wouldn't change it for anything now. They were like, but at the time, 18 years ago, life was very different to how it is now. Very, very, very.
I think like younger people are way more independent now. I think like when I was that age, I relied on people quite a bit. But my daughter now, who's 18, like I don't know it. Yeah, it is different.
I don't know,
it is
man.
still hard.
I feel it's the other way around. I was
so
independent when I was younger, whereas now I don't see kids as having any independence and any awareness as much. Not any, that's a lie. Like, of course they're aware, but I feel like they don't have as much awareness, because when we were kids,
they've not. Yeah, I get that, because they've not. We've like lived in the real world. Like, I sound like my mum, but we used to go out and play and stuff, and
like you've got to think,
live life.
So like when we were younger, 15, 16, 17, 18, we weren't really addicted to social media. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but we weren't. Like, we weren't addicted to social media. We were out in the real world. We were in the present with people around us and interacting and socializing. And it was just, you had to be a lot more aware of your surroundings. Whereas now you have to be very aware of your digital surroundings and where you're posting things and what you're doing and what you're saying. But when it comes to the real world, like, it's not real. Like, social media and the internet, people can be whoever they want to be and say whatever they want to say and post whatever they want to post, whatever. But when it comes to the real world, it's not real. Yeah, I feel it was the other way. I feel I was so much more aware than kids are now when I was that age. I really do.
Yeah, to be honest, I can't imagine my 18-year-old with a baby. To be honest, I just can't.
Can you imagine?
She can't even look after herself.
Like, imagine how stressful it'd be. Fucking hell. Like, fuck, it'd be so stressful. It'd be so hard to not be mad. Like, I don't know how I'd react, but it would be so hard to not be mad.
I'd just be devastated for her. Like, it's not the end of the world. I absolutely love her to bits. Like, now, like, she's older. We've got a great relationship. Like, we've got a good bond. Like, I think the age thing's like quite a good thing now because I'm not too old to, like, I don't know. I'm kind of like more on her level than I would have been if I was older. But yeah, it's hard when you're that young, and people judge you as well. I lost my job. I was a dental nurse, and I lost my job as soon as they found out I was pregnant. I was gone. Sacked me, and I was gutted.
They wouldn't do that now. They wouldn't be allowed.
No, well, I took them to court, but I lost. But that's another story. But yeah, but any age is hard to have a baby. Like, even when I had Erin, who's now 6, so I had her when I was 29, even that was hard.
Yeah.
But it's even harder when you're 16.
Of course.
Yeah, I don't think they should regret anything. I don't
have your own money. You don't have your own space. You don't have your own independence. You haven't been able to live through experiences that would help and nourish your mind and body and thought process. So yeah, I mean, like, I had my first kid when I was 28. And I feel, for me, I still didn't feel mentally mature enough to have a kid. Obviously, I
don't think anyone ever does, to be honest.
No, I don't think you're ever ready.
No.
But I can categorically say that 16, I would say you're not ready.
I just feel like I missed out on so much of like
course.
Growing up.
Yeah.
It was from school to mum. And that was it. There was no in between. There was no partying. There was no going out getting boyfriends. There was none of that. It was literally just school. Mum.
I think that phase is so important for everybody.
Yeah, I do.
Like, I think it's so important to go through heartbreak, to go through that with partners and with friends, to see things, to experience different things, whether they're good or bad,
concerts,
travel, whatever. I think those experiences are so important because they mold you into the person you are when you get older, and you learn how to deal with certain situations and deal with certain conflict and deal with, But on that note, should we end this episode and jump straight into the next one?
Yes, we shall.
Do you want to close it, or do you want me to?
I'll do it if you want. Well, that was a good mixture of confessions and urban dictionaries. That was episode 47. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to go on to the Patreon for some extra juicy behind the scenes goodness. Like this one, share it with all of your friends, and don't forget to subscribe. I've been Kimmi K, he's been Rick, and the other one's been Mikey. There you go. The other one.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
Love you. Bye.